Soul Game Saga Part 10 of Infinity, the final 9 Soul Liberation Hierarchies. This will be Part 3 of what may be 4 or what may be more. Who knows? I'm just going to go until I finish what I'm trying to get said here. So, I'm just going to do a recap real fast since this is a Part 3 and I want this video to feel like a Part 3 unto thee. So, in the first video and the second video concomitantly, or in the first part and the second part concomitantly, I labeled and described what I like to call a 10 chakra system. A 10 chakra system. Notice it's just one system, though. It's one 10 chakra system here. You see, in the first and second videos, I covered the 10 chakra system in there, and also too, in both the first and second videos, I also covered another thing. The soul's anatomy, in which the 10 chakra systems are the fundamental energies of, or are the fundamental energy of. The 10 chakra system generates an energy of just love. The 10 chakra system generates an energy of just love. And the second thing, what I like to label and describe as the soul's anatomy, which the 10 chakra systems are the fundamental pneuma of, you can break it down into 3 parts. And I went over this in both of those first 2 videos. And the 3 parts being the conscious mind, subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. Or the energy in which directly affects the body. Almost like how in the mind, where in the conscious mind, the spirit and soul meet. And everything else from there formulates into reality. Remember, spirit at base. Art, our 5 senses. Spirit at base are or is our 5 senses. Spirit itself is our 5 senses at base. And soul is the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind all in one. As spirit is our 5 senses all in one. You follow what I'm saying? And those 2 styles, almost as if, in a sense, no, I wouldn't say that. Because the spirit, the chakras and the soul are like the same thing though. The chakras and the soul are one and the same thing, as the senses and the spirit are one and the same thing. You follow what I'm saying? So if you were to call the chakras spirit, and you would just call the soul's anatomy the 3 parts, then you would consider the chakras to be the spirit in which is meeting up with the soul's anatomy. You follow what I'm saying? If that makes sense to you. So real quick, what are the 10 chakras? And I'm going to go on to some more recapping real quick. The 10 chakras, the way I have the 10 chakra systems lined up. First, what is a chakra? A chakra in Indian thought. Each of the centers of spiritual power. Just like the 10,000 times 10,000 and thousands of thousands, whatever that number equates to, angels are just spiritual powers. So that could mean that the angels are infinite, right? There are infinite amount of angels. If there are infinite amount of spiritual beings, because angels are spiritual beings, BKA spiritual powers as well, then that would also mean that you have an infinite amount of spiritual capabilities. Wouldn't you agree? And you can describe them or label and describe them however you want, using the 5 senses you have to do so thereof. And this is how I'm going to choose to label and describe it, using all of your information to make what I'm really trying to get across make more sense. The obligation. My vengeance upon you all will be to see you obligated to do better for all the days of your lives. Moving forward. Chakra, in Indian thought, each of the centers of spiritual power in the human body. Usually considered to be 7 in number. I got a 9 chakra system, but for this parable, I'm going to use a 10 chakra system. And my 10 chakra system is going to be the fundamental energy force for the soul's anatomy. Or how the soul's anatomy moves to and throughout into the physical world. Through these 10 chakra systems, can label and describe how it does it. Through this one thing, this one 10 chakra system. Did you know you're walking around with your own system? Why are we under one? Yeah, we have our own legitimate literal system inside of all of us, and yet they have us under theirs. How did that happen? Check the last 21 centuries. Maybe that'll tell you something, huh? Moving forward. So here, more of my story now. So, the 10 chakra system, the 110 chakra system in the last two videos I covered, represents the energy in which we'll move to and throughout, or represents how the soul will manifest what it is into reality. How the soul manifests what it is into reality. The 10 chakra systems label and describe it. So that means the one soul's anatomy manifests itself to, within, and throughout us all by way of what is known as the 110 chakra system, which I am getting ready to tell you about. And to give you more details, those the 9 final soul liberation hierarchies, the final 9 soul liberation hierarchies, the final 9 soul liberation hierarchies is the third thing of this parable, and the final thing of this parable, in which, in detail, will label and describe how the soul moves to and throughout the chakras to manifest into our world the energy of just love. Because remember, it's a 10 chakra system. It's a system, one system that does one thing, generate just love. It's a 10 chakra system that generates one thing, just love. And how does it generate it? Well, honestly, without the soul's anatomy, it ain't doing too much jack squat. And the soul's anatomy gives the 10 chakra system its abilities to generate what it is into our reality. Long story short. Moving forward. The 10 chakra system by itself is also my soul brigadier general, a 1 star. In my here, spiritual king's military. Yeah, all of my ideas are also armed forces. In my here, soul country. What is a country? A nation with its own government occupying a particular territory. A nation with its own government occupying a particular territory. That's what a country literally is. And you want to know something? My country, you can label and describe them as the 10 chakras, the 10 chakra system. And then its government, you can label and describe as the soul's anatomy. And the soul's anatomy, through the spirit or the 10 chakra systems and the information they represent as the spiritual powers you have, spiritual powers, you see? So in other words, the chakras are almost physical, but they're not. They're just ethnical. The chakras are ethnical. You follow what I'm saying? The soul's anatomy can be considered as an ethic. The soul's anatomy can be considered as ethics. And then, before I drift too far off, these final 9 soul liberation hierarchies label and describe what your ethical soul and your ethnical chakras manifest in detail. Or at least they can if you would like them to. So the 10 chakra system, what is it? First, the Akasha chakra. What does Akasha mean? Ether. Labeling and describing it from the current of manifestation. So that means from the bottom up to the top, which is the highest one, the 10th one, and the last one, according to the way I have this list set up. The second one being the Earth Star chakra. First off, the Akasha chakra, what is that real quick? Like I said, it's ether. What is ether? Ether is air, or the upper regions of the clouds, above the heights of the clouds, space, the physical reality itself. The one in which the soul breathes. Through the Akasha, the soul sees. Through the Akasha, the soul eats. And through the Akasha, the soul believes. One more time. Through the Akasha spirit, the soul breathes. Through the Akasha spirit, the soul sees. Through the Akasha spirit, the soul eats, tastes. And through the Akasha spirit, the soul believes, perceives. Moving forward. So, now, Earth Star chakra, I said, and that's what the Akasha chakra is. The Akasha chakra is how the soul, or where the soul goes to enter through our reality and be in here. You dig what I'm saying? Meaning its characteristics thereof. Its ethereal fluids, its influence, its natural influence. You follow what I'm saying? Its natural influence. That's what moves to and throughout our reality. The soul moves to and throughout our reality, to within and throughout our reality by way of the Akasha chakra, which is also the spirit. My wife. I'm married to the spirit, and I love her. And I will always be married to the spirit. Me and the spirit are inseparable. What, are you saying that me and the spirit, I need to give the spirit some liberation from me or something? Is that what you're going to say now? Because let's never forget, you all feel like good is bondage. That's what I was going to say. You all feel like being good is bondage and prison. You don't want to be good. You don't want to be good. No. You done lost your minds, quite literally. Take them back with this information here. So here, moving forward now. The Akasha chakra, the Earth Star chakra. Then there's the root chakra, number 3. Number 4, the Sacral chakra. Solar Plexus chakra, number 5. Heart chakra, number 6. Throat chakra, number 7. Third eye chakra, number 8. Crown chakra, number 9. And the Soul Star chakra being chakra number 10 of this here 10 chakra hierarchy system. And then you take that one chakra hierarchy system and you blend it or you combine it with the soul's anatomy in which it functions through, or gives the abilities to function through. The 10 chakra system gives the soul's anatomy its chances to function. You follow me? Or its abilities to function. And the transpersonal plane, being the conscious mind, is what harbors the soul star chakra, the crown chakra, earth star chakra, rearranged a bit for minds to make more sense, and then the earth star chakra. Those 3, the soul star, crown, and earth star in one space, the Akasha space. And then you have the subconscious mind, or egoic plane, the chakras in which give this one its fundamental abilities to be the third eye chakra, also the throat chakra and the heart chakra. Those 3 chakras in the space as one thing in the space they are in, the Akasha space. This is also the chakra Trimurti parable. And the third eye chakra is the conscious mind of the subconscious mind. The throat chakra is the subconscious mind of the subconscious mind. And the heart chakra is the non-physical body of the subconscious mind. You see? The soul star chakra will be the conscious mind of the conscious mind. The crown chakra will be the subconscious mind of the conscious mind. And then you have the earth star chakra, the planet in which we are on. If you are willing to fuse with who you truly are by way of spirit, the earth star chakra would be your freaking body. Meaning you fusion danced with the planet itself, and now you are the literal planet, your ego. Dang near, right? From the Marvel show? Yeah. Moving forward. So, next, the somatic plane. What makes up the somatic plane's information? The solar plexus chakra, sacral chakra, and the root chakra. Those 3 chakras in one form. And the Akashic environment in which they are themselves, in the space in which they are in. You follow me? It's such a beautiful information. It really is. It's hard not to feel some kind of joy when you're talking about it. But then once you begin talking about all of the other things, trying to force it to be something else because for the sake of bringing awareness to the family body, your mood and your attitude will change immediately. But now, for the hierarchical recap. In the first video, I did the first 4. And what were the first 4 in detail? They were called the 12 spiritual crop lines and/or the 12 spiritual combos. Beat you the F up in spirit. Or you can call them the 12 spiritual combination words. You follow what I'm saying? Then the second one you have the 12 soul directional words, or the 12 soul directional dimensions. The third one you have the 12 divine tasks. And then the final one you have the 12 environmental purification forces and/or the 12 standard reestablishment forces. Details of each one. They all are broken across into 3 sections, 4-8-12, 4-8-12, and there are 4 specific informational attributes in which will trigger the conscious mind's fundamental prowess, the subconscious mind's fundamental prowess, as well as the somatic environment's fundamental prowess to generate its energies of just love into our physical reality and into our environment. You follow what I'm saying? This is what they're going to do. This is what these words and these hierarchies are going to do ultimately. They're going to remind you of the just love you are, and to within and throughout you all manifest into the physical if you give it, if you apply it, if you accept it. Just by hearing me speak of it, you gain the awareness. That's the first step there. But the second step is, do I want to believe in this? Do I want this to be my belief? Do I want to know the literal definition of peace? Since peace is like the one thing nobody in the world truly wants because of who told them not to want it. Do I want to know that I'm one with this universe? Do I want to feel like God? Do I want to feel like God? Do you want to feel like God? Who's God to feel like? The definition says the creator and ruler of the universe, but it doesn't say it is the universe. It just says it created and ruled it. Well, they could have created and ruled any universe, this definition of God you got. But then it says it's the source of all moral authority. Well, my morals come from the actual universe. Moving forward, though, here. So, these hierarchies here. The first four. The first one in detail. Broken down in 3 sections. 4, 8, 12. 4 targeting all 3 areas of the soul's anatomy. To trigger the 10 chakra system, giving it its abilities to function, to move its energies of just love to within and throughout us all unto our environment. That's the whole point of these parables here. So, details. The first 4 of the 12 spiritual crop lines. Simply the meaning of peace, the meaning of love, the meaning of unity, and the meaning of advancement. The meaning of peace targeting the soul star chakra, triggering its energies of just love to move to within and throughout you all into our environment. And the same thing goes for unity or peace love targeting the crown chakra, unity targeting the earth star chakra, and because you're all going to be one body through nature, you follow what I'm saying? And then you have advancement being those 3 in the space they are headed towards, the Akasha chakra, the Akasha space, because the space you are in is the Akashas. It belongs to my queen. Moving forward. I have a type of queen, though. Do I actually have an actual wife in real life? Nah, it's just a parable. It's just a parable. Moving forward. So, the next 4. You have global soul liberation, global child manumission, global moral purification, and global balance reestablishing. Global, let's not forget, these are the next 4. These will be going towards the egoic plane. You have, I'm going to try to make it quick. You have global soul liberation targeting the 3rd eye, clearing the planks from 9th eye. Global child manumission targeting the throat chakra, teaching our children how to remove the splinters from their eye. Then you have global moral purification targeting the heart chakra. But where do your morals come from? Your conscious mind. So that means you're morally purifying your moral 3rd eye so it can see what your heart chakra looks like. And then global balance reestablishment being the 8th one here. And that is the space in which those 3 are heading towards in their Akasha. And then the next one, the final one, you have my conviction, our identity, spiritual reclamation, and the soul supremacy line. My conviction, targeting the solar plexus chakra, God will have his world. Our identity, targeting the sacral chakra. We are both heaven and earth, the 9 ethereal chakra beings and children of the first sun soul. And then spiritual reclamation, targeting the root chakra. I am your king now, meaning the EYE. Every youth, everybody is your king now. So that means every youth, everybody is their own king. And then you have my soul tribe is going to take over your world. Those 3 in one form, the Akasha destination space they are headed towards. Soul liberation or soul directional hierarchy. You have the first 4, soul freedom, soul liberation, soul sovereignty, soul coexistence. Those will be in the transpersonal plane, targeting their 4 chakra spaces or 4 chakras. Then you have 8, soul. I'm going to be saying soul quite a lot. You have, what was the first one again? Soul pride. No, that was the 3rd one. Let me see. Because I know soul principle was the heart one. Soul balance was the, okay, there we go. Third eye chakra had soul balance. Throat chakra had soul pride, because I'm speaking soul pride into the world, being satisfied with the soul's ways into the world, accepting the soul's ways. And then I finally had the other two, which were of soul principle and soul ethics. Soul balance, soul pride, soul principle, soul ethics. Egoic plane, targeting therefore, gotta move quicker. And then the final four, soul first, soul speed, soul theocracy, and soul tribe, once again, like the soul supremacy line you see. In the somatic plane, targeting their four specific chakras, manifesting the just love energy to within and throughout you all and moving forward. Next, the divine task. What are they? The top four, the four final sagas. Super, cosmic, free, established. Targeting their respective four in the transpersonal plane. Next four, the four fundamental forces of human emotion. Egoic plane, targeting their four respective four chakras. And then you have the somatic four for the divine task. What are they? Reawakening, reincarnation, resurrection, and reestablishment. Those four, targeting those respective four chakras to trigger its energies of just love to manifest to within and throughout you all into our environment. Next, the 12 environmental purification forces, or the 12 standard reestablishment forces. Recapping, just to recap, quick recap. 4, the 4-star character destination, which is the nirvana. No, not the nirvana, but the cosmic celestial heavenly nirvana. Cosmic celestial heavenly nirvana. So a cosmic reawakening, a celestial reincarnation, a heavenly resurrection, and then a nirvanic reestablishment. And those four will be targeting their respective chakras in their field in which they're going to be targeting. You follow what I'm saying? And then the next four, the four-bladed sword tongue, the four-bladed sword language, the four-bladed sword language. You follow what I'm saying? What's the four-bladed sword language consist of? The four-bladed sword language consists of 4 different styles of language, all merged into one common tongue that'll be using to clear off the environment, purify it, and reestablish your standard. To purify your environment of the foul and toxic, evil, ugly, abnormal, and artificial from the other two hierarchies I'm talked about in part 2, gives you a chance to finally reestablish who you are. So you have to do them both at once, because they are both the same thing. As soon as you purify what the evil is thereof, who you are, the natural standard thereof sets. Through you, the world fixes, or through you, the world gets destroyed. You follow what I'm saying? So, moving forward now. Root tongue, king tongue, or root tongue, destruction tongue. Because root tongue is going to be in the third eye targeting. Destruction tongue is going to be coming from the throat chakra. And king tongue is going to be targeting the heart. As common tongue will be the Akasha, their destination, in which those three in one form are headed towards. Don't forget, Akasha is always in the physical reality. For Akasha is the ethereal realm itself, and also where the soul and the spirit meet, the base of our senses. So is Akasha the base of our senses? Absolutely. Why do I keep saying the name Akasha though? Because of the Akashic records. The Akashic records, that word Akasha is where the Akashic records gets its name from. Look up Helena Blavatsky, Theosophical Society. You'll see what I mean then. Where does the Akashic record name, where does the name Akashic get its origin from? Where does the name Akashic get its origin from? Moving forward. So here. And now the final four for the 12 divine tasks, or 12 environmental purification forces now. It is replenishment, regeneration, restoration, and renewal. Targeting their respective chakras, solar plexus, sacral chakra, root, and Akasha. And moving forward from there. Just love into reality. Next, the part 2, those other 2 chakras, the 16 evil supremacy dimensions, and then you have the 9 enemy regulation forces. Go check out the part 2 video to see what they are. For this video right here, I finally want to get to, after 24 and a half minutes, I finally want to now get to the next hierarchies I was going to talk about. I just did the part 2 video labeling and describing the 16 evil supremacy dimensions, which is belief system, which is hierarchy 5 here. And then I also labeled and described the 9 enemy regulation forces. Enemy, remember, They put the problem in you to fish the problem out of you and put you in a fake solution. Jail or prison or anti-Semite. How many black Jews do you hear calling people anti-Semites? How many black Jews do you hear? Just a random question. Moving forward. Why are there white Jews in the first place? Why is there Jewish? Why is there a Jewish religion in the first place? How old is a Jewish religion? Oh, it's about 2,000 years old, huh? I answered that question a while ago too. And what the Jewish religion was even called before there was a J in the alphabet. Ayudias, right? Moving forward. So, the next hierarchy, which will be hierarchy 7 on this list. Also, the soul tribe itself. This hierarchy I'm getting ready to talk about. It's called the 16 Soul Supremacy Dimensions. That's what it's titled. Guess what? Broken down, all 3 sections. And plus the 1 on the soul's anatomy, which is, guess what? The environment in which the 3 conscious mind, subconscious mind, unconscious mind stand on. You follow what I'm saying? And it's going to be 4 to target all 4 of those areas, meaning I'm adding 1, just like I did with the 16 evil supremacy dimensions. I'm adding 1 for the 16 soul supremacy dimensions to make sense as well. But it was already always there, the space in which the conscious mind, subconscious mind, and unconscious mind are in. And that is the Akasha space, my queen space, my wife space. You follow what I'm saying? So the 16 soul supremacy dimensions, what are they? Real simple: peace, love, unity, and advancement. Well, the first four are peace, respect, balance, and progression. Then the second 4 are peace, love, unity, and advancement. Then the third 4, what's called calmness, serenity, love, and righteousness. In other words, once you go through those first 3, the first 12, they'll give you 4, 8, 12, 4, 3 sets. You follow what I'm saying? You manifest the natural standard of this here energy: calmness, serenity, love, and righteousness. That there will be the third one for you. This is infrastructure talk right here. This is why I'm so detailed with it. It's all infrastructure talk. In other words, I am doing or saying words out loud that'll repair the system in which the white folks broke. They broke our system of just love and replaced it with unjust hatred. Remember, they destroyed our world and fed it back to us even more perverted. Double problem, 1 fake solution. How are they still alive, right? Well, that's up to you. Why are they still alive? Do you know of any ways you can get rid of them? Moving forward, here. I'm going to keep my words careful. Or at least keep trying to. He's doing all right this time, you know. Moral purification. That's how I'm going to try to get rid of them. I'm going to use the weapon known as moral purification, or the sword known as moral purification. Once again, the 16 soul supremacy dimensions, the top 4 for the transpersonal plane: peace, respect, balance, and progression. The meaning of peace, same way. The meaning of peace, the meaning of respect, the meaning of balance, and the meaning of progression. Targeting their 4 respective chakras and moving forward, just love. Egoic plane: peace, love, unity, and advancement. The meaning of peace, the meaning of love, meaning of peace again, the meaning of love, the meaning of unity, and meaning of advancement. Targeting their 4 respective chakras in the egoic plane. Just love manifests, moving forward. Remember, I'm manifesting and or triggering the same energy from all 3 planes at all times. It's the same energy I keep trying to trigger. It's the same energy, same energy. What is it? Just love. Moving forward. And then you have the third set of 4s. You have calmness, serenity, love, and righteousness. Being the standard. Being your natural standard right there. Where you're coming from naturally. That's your standard. Peace, calmness, serenity, love, and righteousness. On a surface level, this will be your natural standards, 4 words and 1 idea or 1 energy to manifest. Calmness, serenity, love, and righteousness. Calmness, serenity, love, and righteousness. That is your natural standard. Those are the traits of your natural standard. But let's not forget, it's still one thing, a standard. You follow what I'm saying? It's just a natural one. And then what's calmness, serenity, love, and righteousness, spawning from your root chakra, sacral chakra, and solar plexus chakra, manifests unto your environment, the final 4. What's good, what's beautiful, what's normal, and what's natural concomitantly. And then you become a product of your environment. What's good, what's beautiful, what's normal, and what's natural. And then the next hierarchy. Those were the details for the 16 soul supremacy lines. And then the next hierarchy. And then I'm going to close it out. And then in part 3, I'm going to talk about the Soul King's military force, or the Soul King's military entrenchment. Like I said, I was going to save it for a whole part by itself because I want to replace the word dimensions with missions. I want to talk about how the word military, the definition for it, I want to apply that to the idea more. And then I also want to talk about how all of my ideas are the armed forces thereof that'll be destroying the city and sweeping it, and then subjugating whatever comes out of it. And then establishing what we are unto the environment, the leadership, the soul leadership. Like I said, I may add the Navy and the Coast Guard's ranks to this parable, but right now I just got the spiritual Air Force, the spiritual Marine Corps, and the spiritual Army. First the Air Force, then the Army, then the Marine Corps. But here, the last parable now for this video, then I'm going to close it out. Or the last hierarchy to talk about for this video, then I'm going to close it out. The 8th hierarchy. What is it? Real quick. They are the 4 or 5 or 7 and will soon be 9 measurement words or major measurement words. And what are these? And how would they connect or correspond to their respective chakras, as does the 9 enemy regulation forces do? I'm gonna compare and contrast them so I don't keep running out of time. So eventually I'm gonna have 9 major measurement words. Right now I only got 4, and they are as follows: dimensions, and then the second one being frequency, and then the third one being morals, and then the fourth one being quantum. And I even have these 4 specific words connected to their chakras, just like I even gather the ability to get the 7 and 9 enemy regulation forces attached to their respective chakras. The word quantum will be attached to the soul star chakras as its proper measurement word that represent it. Then morals attaches to the third eye chakra as a proper word to represent its measurement abilities. Then frequency I have attached to the throat chakra to represent its measurement abilities. Think about it. It has a sense of hearing in the throat chakra. Frequencies. You hear frequencies, right? Or can you just see a frequency? Can you measure a frequency somehow? And then I have dimensions. Dimensional frequency. Which the chakra that I had that connected to? I had the dimensions frequency, the dimensions chakra. Which one did I have that attached? Actually, I didn't. I didn't have that one attached to anyone yet. But I had the quantum attached to the soul star. I have frequency attached to the throat chakra. I have morals attached to the third eye. And I believe I want to get dimensions attached to the solar plexus. The solar plexus. Reason why? Because the solar plexus is another conscious mind. Just a physical version of one. But then I'm also working on a 5th word that I don't necessarily want to believe or personally buy as a measurement word just yet to make this make more sense. This is going to close out the video, by the way, once I finish explaining this, the major measurement words. But it was going to be reality. The word reality was going to be the 5th measurement word, and I was going to attach that to the root chakra as its measurement words capabilities. Then I also had 2 more, just astral and ether. That'll make 7 in total, but I needed 9 in total. And then I was going to have astral attached to the heart chakra as its proper measurement word, because once you step into the first step into the astral realm is through the heart chakra, where you begin to see the astral realm and be able to measure it with all of your dimensional capabilities. Or you could say of your solar plexus chakra, you see? So from the dimensions to the astral, you could say that as well, if you want to do it like that, or say it like that. And then the ethereal, of course, attached to the sacral chakra, because as soon as you step into the sacral chakra, or you step into the ethereal or the Akasha mind, or you step into the awareness of our wife, or my wife, or your wife. Am I saying that the Akasha is for the streets? No, she's not even your physical real wife. It's just a parable. You want to know how she's everybody's wives? Because everybody has a soul married to the Akasha Queen. Or everybody is a part of the same soul married to the one Akasha Queen we have. So it's like she's our mother and our wives. That's weird. I don't like that. Moving forward. So, yeah. I got about 4 to 5 to 7 measurement words that I'm working on. I'm working on this hierarchy here. Like I said, it's all brand spanking new. It's all brand spanking new. And then as far as the 7 and 9 enemy regulation forces, I want to mention that real quick. Disrespect, frustrate, humiliate, agitate, aggravate, provoke, classify, exploit, and extort. You follow me? I have these connected to their, or extort and exploit. No, it was exploit and extort because I have exploit attached to the root chakra. No. I'm gonna see. Let me see them line them up because I got them lined up with their respective chakras now. What the enemy does to us: disrespects our soul star chakra, frustrates our crown chakra, aggravates our third eye chakra, agitates our throats. Aggravate, agitate, frustrate, humiliate, humiliate, frustrate. Did I have them in the right order? I wrote it down. I guarantee you I got you. I need you to know that these people, when they approach us, the only thing they mean is harm, period. That's ultimately what I'm getting at. The only thing they mean on approach is harm, period, straight up. So, disrespect, frustrate, humiliate. Frustrate, humiliate. Frustrate, humiliate. Aggravate, agitate, aggravate. I had it in a certain order as well. Disrespect, frustrate, humiliate. Disrespect, frustrate, humiliate. Agitate, aggravate. Then you got provoke and classify. Provoke and classify. And then you have extort and exploit. Or because the extort was supposed to be targeting the Earth Star chakra as a lineup for that one, because you know when they come into our villages, they like to extort our stuff so they can turn it into weapons that'll enslave our children later on down the line. And as long as you allow them to live, that's how long you don't care about your children. Moving forward though. But so yeah, the disrespect, they use it to target the soul. They target our soul with disrespect all day long. Disrespect, frustrate. They frustrate our crown chakra, meaning prevent it from moving in the right direction. Because that's what the word frustrate literally means. Look up what the word means. That's why I have them lined up a certain way. Disrespect, frustrate, humiliate. The third eye. Humiliation, they'll be using it towards the third eye. Making us think we're lazy and shaming us from being God. Humiliation. Annoying you out of things. And then you have disrespect, frustrate, humiliate, agitate, agitate, aggravate, agitate, aggravate, agitate, aggravate. They agitate with their voices. Agitate, aggravate, aggravate our heart spaces. Provoke, manipulate our manipuras. Classify. Force us to walk upon the grounds they want us to walk upon, sacral chakra. And then the two outside, or the two more, exploit. Targeting the root chakra, that's what I was trying to get at. Exploit us to extort our resources. They exploit us to extort our resources. Exploit and extort are targeting the root chakra and the Earth Star chakra. Exploit targeting the root chakra and extort targeting the Earth Star chakra. What about the Akasha chakra? All of these things are in the space of the Akasha chakra. Everything is in the Akasha chakra space. Everything is. But it's 9 enemy regulation forces though. And there's a 9 chakra system in which they align with properly. But the space both of these one sets of things are inside of is one thing. My queen, the Akasha chakra. The ethereal fluids influence that cannot reach these people because genetic flaws and the opposite of my queen is in the way, ensuring that my queen cannot be their way or be what helps guide them back to the King of Kings, so the King of Kings can then guide them to the source of all life, our real selves. And that there completes part 3 of the Soul Game Saga, part 10 of Infinity, the final 9 soul liberation hierarchies. That covers all 8 of them except for 1. There's one more hierarchy that I'm going to cover in the previous video, or in the next video tomorrow, and that is of the 47 DTM Soul King Military Entrenchment. 47 DTM, Dimensional Thinking Mind. I'm going to change the word dimensions into missions and see how that would sound when I do so. Shalom, shalom, shalom. May these words reach you and help trigger the energies of just love within you, that this fake you and this fake sinful influence source is trick talking you to be the opposite of. Stop trying to be the opposite of just love. Stop trying to be the opposite of just love. Be what you actually are. And then love your neighbor as you would love yourself. Matthew 22:39. For you are the love to give, not necessarily the love to receive. Therefore, I am going to continue giving you all peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.